Well, we did it. We built a decorative fireplace and we made it to the final video of the series. Now, since you sat through all these other videos, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. We're just going to review the cost of the project. In the show notes, I will share my sources for buying the materials that I used. And at the end, I will share a few inspirational photographs to give you some ideas for making some really dramatic projects in your home. So let's go. Let's look at the cost of this project. So this is March 2026. I calculated what it would cost to build this project today. I live outside of St. Louis, so I'm using Midwestern prices. You will want to check with your local resources when you budget for this project. And also, these are custom calculations for my particular size fireplace. You will base your needs of materials on your dimensions, your design, and just personal specifications. So keep that in mind. Just wanted to give you an idea of what this project cost me. So I had to buy 2x4s in 12, 10, and 6-foot lengths. I got 2 sheets of 1/2 inch lightweight drywall at $13 each, a box of drywall screws for $16, a box of construction screws for $30. The total framing was $169.42. That does not include sales tax. I didn't include that because sales tax varies widely from place to place. So you'll want to calculate your local rate when you're budgeting. So to add the stones to that surface. Now for the method that uses the foam insulation sheets to create the stones and then put the vertical concrete over it, I call it the weight management method. We needed 2 sheets of drywall insulation, 4 cans of expansion foam that we used for the adhesive for the foam, 1 roll of fiberglass mesh, 5 bags of TruPak X, that's the cement added, the concrete additive, and 5 bags of Type S mortar mix. We needed a bag of grout and 1 gallon of sealer. Now the sealer was 1 gallon was enough to do all the projects you saw here, the backsplash, the fireplace, and the feature wall. So it goes a long way. I did not buy color for this project. I used leftovers of what I had on hand. If you have to go out and buy acrylic colorants and things like that, $60 will go a long way. That's where I came up with that calculation. But if you have some artist paint, some latex paints, you can utilize that and reduce your cost of colorants. So the total to create the faux stones without tax was $360.90, and that is for approximately 100 square feet. All right, so the fireplace total, now this includes $247 for the electric log set, comes to $777.32. I will include a link to that log set in the show notes. I checked this morning and that is still available on Amazon. And believe it or not, it's the same price it was when I got it 3.5 years ago. I was really surprised. Evidently, other people like it as much as I do because they still carry it and it has good reviews. So I can vouch for it very strongly. Okay, now if we did not use the foam, if we just used solid cement, we would still get the same roll of mesh. We would still use the same amount of grout, sealer, and colorant. The difference is we would need 15 bags of the TruPak additive and 15 bags of the Type S mortar mix. So that would bring the total without tax to $526.70 for the stones. And then we go down here for the entire fireplace, including the log set, without tax is $943.12. So we're still without tax. We're still saying under $1,000, including the log set. Now, if you decided to use LED candles in there, you can save that $247. So that would make it even more affordable. Okay, now let's look at some inspirational photos to see ways we could have applied the cement differently and some other creative ways that you could use a vertical cement material to create some dramatic accents for your space. Let's look at a couple of pictures where we reimagine what we did with the fireplace once we got it framed. If, say for instance, you didn't like the stones. So in this one, we could have finished out the corners, wrapped it in the mesh, and then applied the vertical cement smoothly in sort of a stucco or an old-fashioned plaster finish that's just smooth. We could have had a decorative molding, a vintage mirror, antique or vintage mantle. We could have tinted our vertical concrete. We could have used something called grout tape to tape off the pattern of our herringbone bricks that you see there in the fireplace box. And we could have created a Parisian apartment fireplace. And that would have been beautiful. Okay, say you wanted something more modern, something more minimalist. Again, we could have just wrapped it in the mesh. We could have made a tight finish of the vertical cement and done a plaster, a polished plaster over that. We could have made allowances when we were doing our framing for something that would allow us to mount a beam like this to serve as a mantle. And then again, we could have used our grout tape and tinted our cement to create this beautiful brick inside the firebox area. Here are some photos for inspiration and maybe a little encouragement to go crazy with your newfound skill. Here are some stock photos of stone fireplaces. Now, I do want to remind you, we're showing combustion fireplaces here. We are only using electric or decorative fireplace logs in our design that we're doing here. It would take something different if you were going to use an actual flame in your fireplace, and that is not what I'm teaching here. I am not qualified to tell you how to do that. I do know that the vertical cement itself is suitable for surrounding gas fireplaces. I did this fireplace wall for a client several years ago, and I just came in and put the vertical cement over structures that were already in place and around a gas fireplace that was already there. But you would have to consult with your contractor or with your people who supplied your gas fireplace insert to get the specifics on how to make that safe. Do you have a flair for the dramatic? Would you like to recreate some old European stone cottage that you saw somewhere in a movie? Do you have an empty storage room in your basement that you could turn into your own wine cellar? Okay, it's not going to be quite this dramatic, but you could take those textures and you could take those patterns and transfer those onto your wall to create a one-of-a-kind space that will just be your little luxury. And that wraps up the fireplace project. Remember, new videos come out every Saturday. Next time, we are going to do something that is completed in one video and is, I think, a lot of fun. So I hope you join me then. Until I see you next Saturday, stay curious, stay creative, and always, always be kind. Bye-bye.